I reached the end, and it's very different. This 5,000-mile journey is unexpectedly different than I thought, and the end of this story is indeed very different than the beginning. My name is Zachary, and I've been solo traveling south of the equator for my first time. I'm deep in the jungle of Ecuador, completely alone, with only 4 weeks of Spanish and $47 left to my name. Can public transportation help me reach the end of my 5,000-mile journey home? Or will I become penniless and homeless in South America?
Perfecto.
A mi amigo el gringo loco.
I think I was just called a crazy white person? I guess it takes someone crazy enough to vlog in public to share this kind of experience with you. I spent the last of my budget on the cheapest one-way tickets back, which totaled less than $500, but it's 5 different flights. How long is that going to take me? And how did I end up in so many public places completely alone? Will I get lost in the 5 major concrete jungles before I reach the end? To answer these and more, we must first begin our adventure deep in the Amazon jungle. I was unexpectedly the first person ever to sleep beneath this thatched roof. Trust me when I say I did not want to leave. But I woke up early to capture the sights and sounds of this peaceful place for you. Take a few deep breaths and let the wild jungle sounds settle your soul before our wild journey begins. After peeling myself away and walking the first few miles, I hop in a rusty cable car powered by an old truck engine to cross the river back towards civilization.
I'm gonna be leaving the jungle. It's a bit sad.
Only 4,997 miles north to a very different end. So sit back and enjoy the ride.
And so it begins the long journey from the Amazon jungle of Ecuador to home.
Got some fruit on the side of the street. And even if you want your phone repaired.
Good.
Que bueno. Get it right done, right on the street. Look at that. Yeah, I'm a phone mechanic. That is a bus station in Ecuador for you. Just a little bit of everything.
Well, I went from the peaceful village in the jungles of Ecuador to the hubbub and noise of Quito. We've been driving through Quito for like an hour, it seems. It is incredibly busy and loud. I've got to cross multiple roads to get onto that road to catch one of those buses, hopefully get to the center. I admit, some of these roads and buses are a bit confusing. I was just on the side of the road there and multiple buses came and they weren't it, and then this was the one, and I said Centro, and they said yeah, get on. So if it lands in the Centro, I don't know, we shall see. I may have to hop another bus, but the journey continues. Well, I made it to the next stop. It's not the center and it's raining pretty good. But it looks like it's a bus station of sorts. Let's see if I can figure out what to do from here. Well, I made it here. I don't know where here is exactly. This is definitely the back way of getting here. But oh my goodness, look at that. There's the view. I made it to Quito in the historic center. Well, overlooking the historic center. Here it is.
I'm glad I get to go down 191 steps and not up. It's interesting, they're numbered. It's a lot of steps, 191. And that's where I'm headed, over that street there.
I got here just following Google Maps and, just moving around with a little blue dot and pointing in the different directions. But I was just, in maps mode, and so I don't actually see that there's this significant elevation difference between two blocks. But I love it. I'm so glad I came this back way because I have this incredible view. Look at that. This is like the perfect introduction to Quito, is coming in and having this oversight view rather than being right down in it. So there we are. I'm going to explore this city for a few hours while I have daylight.
Contrast of nature versus technology. See the intricate details and the organization of that little plant that our creator made, in contrast to the chaos of man-made technology and our need for wires. Quite the difference. 2, 1, made it!
Not the most beautiful of days for walking through old cities, but it's not the worst of days. There's a couple downpours and you just got to take cover, and then it lightens up a bit and keep going. I got my down the bag, keeps everything dry, and I'm just exploring downtown Quito, looking for a good place to eat. Love and life. I really have no idea where I'm going. But when you have a landmark like that, it's pretty easy just to be walking in that general direction and know where you are, because there's such a massive building right in the middle of the city. Pretty wild neo-Gothic one too. Let's see if I can get over there.
Oh, here it is. Looking uphill. That is one massive church. This is quite the contrast to the humble bamboo thatched roof hut in the jungle that I woke up in this morning. To the center of the city, this massive basilica.
I'm gonna sit right here with this view, and I'm gonna eat some food first because I have just been snacking on the buses today, and this looks like a pretty incredible place to sit, with the flowers and the church right there. I asked if he had pasta, and this guy here, ¿cómo te llama?
Adolfo.
Adolfo. He made this pasta here custom for me. It's got chicken and veggies and everything in it. Look at that meal right here at the base of Basilica. Wow, muy grande.
Puerto Viejo.
No, aeropuerto. Aeropuerto, avión, Estados Unidos.
¿A Estados Unidos?
Sí, so este es última comida en Ecuador.
Ah,
Tu comida.
bien.
Muchas gracias.
Pesto, ¿quiere pesto?
¿Pesto? Oh.
Albahaca.
Poco pesto?
Bien.
Sí, gracias.
Well, you just got a glimpse of my broken Spanish of learning poco a poco, aprendiendo poco a poco español cada día. Just learning little by little each day. And 30 days later, that's the level of broken Spanish. It's so bad. But here I am, enjoying my last meal in Ecuador. And pretty epic place here. I mean, compared to the jungle that I woke up in this morning to here, look at that view. I mean, this is just quite the contrast.
Said he made this with his own hands. Nice pesto. He's even grown some of his veggies here in the restaurant.
Hola, hermano.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm gonna try this.
Pruébalo.
Whoa.
Así.
Oh, yeah, más.
¿Está bien ahí?
Sí.
Ah.
Bueno, wow, qué rico. This is seriously the best spaghetti pasta extravaganza dish I've ever had. I mean, this is so packed with flavor. And he's a Venezuelan chef who had to leave because of the political crisis there. He's cooking here. But, and you know, look how many people are in this place right now.
Este es mi amigo en Ecuador, último comida. Perfecto.
A mi amigo el gringo loco.
Loco.
Muy crazy. Muy crazy. Oh.
Listo. Adios.
Yeah.
He's just up these little stairs right here. Just a little hole in the wall that they just open up, and he cooks food there. So I am just so happy that I met him, and we just had conversation for over an hour. Just talking. He didn't know, and maybe 2 words in English. And we just had such an incredible time together and telling stories. And we actually had a lot of similarities in our story. And we were able to just relate with each other. And we got out our phones and we were sharing pictures and similarities and hobbies and what we like doing. But the memory that I have with him was just so precious. Got this epic photo together of us together, and we were just smiling, and there's something healing in it for both of us in sharing our stories, that there's a lot of similarities in what he's been through here in Ecuador as a Venezuelan and what I've been through over back in the States. So yeah, so good. So glad I had that memory. Now look at that church all lit up right now. Bus did not drop me off the station I thought it was going to drop me off. There's another station between, and so far I've talked to 2 people and they can't help me. So I'm going to go find somebody else, and I think I see Carcelon over here. We'll see. And here we go, getting on the next bus. Kind of a joy in figuring out how to get where you want to get via local bus. And the airport's way out of the city in this case.
This looks like a fun station to figure out.
I just realized part of the reason that I'm taking the longest route possible from this where I was in the jungle, like way out, and then on the complete opposite side of Quito, and then all the way up to the northern bus station, and then all the way over to the airport. It just dawned on me, I'm probably doing this because I'm not quite ready for this adventure to end. Bus hopping across this country has been so exhilarating, and the rush of figuring out how to get across the country and you don't speak the language and everything's new and every station is different and all the buses are different. It's an adventure, and I'm not quite ready for it to be over yet. I'm enjoying it to the very last second here. Now I gotta figure out where to get a ticket and where to get the next bus. It's not a good sign when you go up to the ticket office and ask them for directions to, what bus to go to the aeropuerto. And he says, no, I don't know. I don't know where you get a bus to the airport. I just had a guy not using much language. It was like no English, and his Spanish was mumbling. But I have a finger pointing this direction. This is so much fun to me. So I'm going this direction, and I think I'm going to the end. So we'll see what happens.
So I was just walking along, and look what I found. Right here, Aeropuerto. And look at this, there's a little icon of one of those machines I'm gonna be taking. That's it. There's no other signage anywhere for anything other than right here. So I found it. I'm gonna stand right here and wait for the bus that'll take me to the plane.
Traveling this country has been a bit of like a game, I suppose, where you just go from one clue to the next clue to the next clue, and you don't know how the game is going to end or where it's going to end or how to get there or anything. You just follow the clues. Well, you know you're off the tourist track when you're at a bus stop and there's not a single international there and you're trying to get to the airport. Part of that reason could be because the bus does not run to the airport after a certain time, and I'm definitely late at night. So I ended up getting a taxi for the final stretch, but it was $10. So I don't know. Here I am in the Quito airport. It's a beautiful thing when you get your boarding pass right there and you don't have any checked bags. You just skip all those lines and walk right in. It was the fastest security check, the fastest customs walkthrough I've ever done in my entire life. And then I'm in this completely other world that is 100% non-Ecuadorian. It feels super, super strange. It does not fit here. It's out of context entirely. And now to find my gate. Well, this ultra-modern feel means my Ecuadorian adventure is coming to a close as I come to my gate A8. Oh my. And just like that, landed and had a layover in Bogota, Colombia. Wow, they are serious about security here. We had already gone through our security checkpoint back in Quito, and they had us go through it again here. Yeah, they just like took every single thing out of my pack. I don't know if I've ever had such an incredibly thorough pull every single thing out. Usually, like, you know, I have a pretty simple bag and everything here, but I think it's the beard. I'll blame the beard on this one. All is well. I'm in the airport, and I got a couple hours to kill, so it's kind of fun. Get to do some people watching in Bogota, Colombia.
Look at that, they even have men toilets here.
This is called walking from one end of the airport to the other end of the airport, just because I have time, I have energy, I slept well, I got one bag to pack. Just be reminded at how much money everybody else has other than me. My goodness, prices in airports are exorbitantly overinflated.
And I'm finally reaching the end. That is one long terminal.
Just in case you were wondering, I don't count this as one of the countries I visited. This is simply an airport. It only counts if I actually get out of the airport. And I think I have 2 countries on my country list where I had like 32-hour layovers. I'm like, yeah, I visited the country. I got out in the streets. I was in the capital city. It was fun. But this, no. It's just a layover in Colombia. And here we go on return flight number 2. Yes, the cars are shinier here, but I have found the, I don't know, every time I come back to the States, it just does not have that same hospitality of international countries. And every time I ask for help, it's just kind of a roll of the eyes and I just point in that direction. And yeah, it's different. I don't feel quite as welcome here in the States. It's a strange feeling. For example, I had one guy said, oh, you just got to walk all the way down that way. And then another person looked at my ticket and was like, oh, I think Terminal C is over there. And then I talked to somebody else and they said, oh, we don't have a Terminal C here. Something's wrong on your boarding pass. And so come back this way. So I'm just walking back and forth. I'm having a harder time getting directions in the States with all English signs because of misprinted boarding passes, I suppose, and unhelpful directions than I do in the foreign countries where I don't even speak the language. It's such a irony.
Well, the U.S. is quite clear about a non-discrimination policy, but this is their information service. How hospitable is that? You arrive here and want to know something, and there's nothing and nobody.
I have a few hours to kill, and I have some energy, and I still have some adventure drive in me. It's not quite as strong as when I'm internationally, but I'm in Miami. I don't have to pay anything extra to be in Miami right now, so why would I not go out and explore Miami for a few hours? I just got to make sure I figure out public transportation back here in time for my flight. You know, I wouldn't want to miss that. I might be a little backwards biased against America here, but I've been walking for like 12 minutes and I can't even find a bathroom here. How silly is that? It's easier in foreign countries and I can't even speak the language. It's so interesting. Okay, here's one, way up here. Hey, at least I didn't have to pay 15 cents and they actually had somebody inside cleaning and there was paper towels in the dispenser. So I gotta start looking at some positive things here. I think part of this is I always have more culture shock coming back to the States than I ever do going to the 41 countries that I've now been to. And yeah, the cars are shinier and the lights are brighter and things are a bit cleaner, but it's just a completely different feel. And I guess I prefer the rest of the world. But here we go. I'm gonna start appreciating what I can, see what I love here, and have some fun in Miami with a couple hours that I have. It's been a while since I've been in one of these. So far I figured out that my flight is leaving from Terminal F. I'm at the Metro Mover station. I'll come over here to Central Station.
Doors are closing.
I suppose that's where I'm going to try to get to, over there. I'm not quite sure how I'm the only one in here right now, but I'm the only one in here right now.
Okay, I took the Metro Rail here and then got this train ticket here. Got a round trip. This is quite the station. Be fancy.
I'm still a bit perplexed on how I'm like the only one riding these systems. Is it just, I guess America, everyone has your own personal vehicle, right? That's part of it. But look at this. I'm in this massive station and I'm the only one here gonna hop on this train that's gonna take me to downtown Miami. So, hey, private tour, I guess. I think I'm still in culture shock. I just came from South America where it's just bustling with people and activity on public transportation. And I come up to North America and I'm the only one in here in this bright, ultra clean, incredibly modern and efficient form of transportation, yet I'm the only one using it. I actually took that train one stop too far, just hopped off, hopped on the northbound one, came back here, and I was told I could wait right here for some type of a Metro Mover that's a free loop around the city type thing. So yeah, I'm definitely in a concrete forest here. It's quite different than the thatched roof I was in. in South America. I'm encountering the same thing here. One guy says, go all the way down on that way. And I get all the way down there, waiting for a while, nothing's happening. And I talk to another guy and he says, no, you got to go all the way down this way. So now I'm over here waiting on this end to see if I can catch it. So I hopped on that little trolley right there. A nice man helped me out. And he's like, if this isn't what you're looking for, you got to go back over to the other side. But don't catch the one that looks like this, catch the one that looks like that. So I think I have someone who actually knows the city a bit. It's interesting that people here, like, even though they're on their role is in the public service and whatnot, they don't know. So I was at the airport and I asked, how long does it take for the train to go in to downtown? And he's like, oh, I don't know, like 10 minutes, half an hour, I don't know, maybe an hour, like probably an hour there, maybe 2 hours both ways. But don't count me on it, like I really don't know. Like, he's the guy sitting in the tourist office information center with that information. So it's just, I'm in culture shock. That's all there is to it. I'm sure this all makes perfectly good sense when someone's not in culture shock. I'm heading up to a place called Sky Lobby in the Miami Tower because it's free and why not? Oh my goodness, where did I just step out to? Look at this. This is the Sky Lobby and there's like an infinity pool. It's all lit up. There's some palm trees growing here. I didn't even know this existed. Like, this is how little I know about Miami. Wow, look at all the city lights around me. Okay, I'm about to turn around. Here it is. Walking over to an observation deck looking the opposite direction. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Whoa, this is a big city. Well, my phone died while I was filming the Miami Tower, but I made it through several other connections back to the airport in time, got through security, and I'm hopping on flight number 3 out of Miami. It is 1:30 in the morning and I have another layover before my next flight at 6:30. Let's find a place to keep sleeping. Imagine that. More hustling and bustling public transportation in North America. Got the place to myself again. Well, I actually got some sleep from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., so 4 hours of sleep, and I'm hopping on flight number 4. And this is the last and final 5th flight before arriving closer to home. 5 flights later, and I have landed in the Northwest. I'm still not home yet, but the flying is finally over. Can you guess where I am? This is after many, many buses across the Amazonian jungle of Ecuador, 5 flights, and then a drive from the Subi to my home. Made it. 59 hours of traveling. I made it. This is it. This is home. This is here. If you have not seen this because you found me on my travel vlog, I live in that Mongolian yurt right there, and I built this firewood shed this last fall. And here is my one bag. That entire adventure in Ecuador, summits and jungle adventures, everything is right there. And we are just gonna walk into my home. Here's my amazing view. Here we go, stepping inside. If you wanna see what it's like in here, you'll just have to subscribe because the travel vlog playlist is over. Everything else is gonna be about homesteading and building this yurt right here. Subscribe if you wanna see more. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm happy to be home. This has been an adventure for sure.